Welcome into our Golf Channel digital studios. YouTubers, this is Trip Eisenhower, I'm Chantel McCabe, and Royal Troon is once again on the Open Rota. That's for 2023, which will be the 152nd Open Championship. It's seen a lot of play in past years, most recently with Henrik Stenson and Phil Mickelson.
Oh, what a
When you
duel.
think about that year, what stands out, most pivotal part of that Sunday?
Well, I mean, they cleared themselves to the field, and it was two horses going at each other. I mean, it was an epic battle. I mean, it really wasn't. Phil threw everything he had at Henrik, and Henrik withstood it. You know, we've always known the great ball striking was there with Henrik Stenson. Famously, one of those players, great players without a major championship at the time. Could he get over that hurdle? And boy, did he. He made some key putts coming down the stretch to ultimately distance himself from Phil. But again, those two competitors in that arena, how well they played. And J.B. Holmes was third, I believe, and I think he was, what, 8 or 9 behind them or something?
It was stupid.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So when two guys get going like that, it's like Nicklaus and Watson at Turnberry in 77 when they separated themselves from the field. And, you know, Nicklaus threw 65-66 at Watson, and Watson withstood it with 65-65, beat him by one shot. So, again, it was kind of that epic. Now, Henrik and Phil are not Watson and Nicklaus, but, you know, I mean, two really named players. And that course, the way that course played that week, I hope it plays similar because it was difficult for everybody else but those two.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if it was more the way that those guys were playing or the way that the course set up for the entire field.
Well, look at the rest of the field.
Yeah.
I mean, they were single digits under par, and Henrik, and I believe Henrik won at 19 under or something and beat Phil by 1 or 2. So, and J.B. Holmes was maybe 7 or 8, I believe. So, again, it's a classic course. We knew it would be back. I would just when it would be back. We don't, you know, now they're throwing in, you know, Royal Portrush last year. What an addition that was, and how Shane Lowry did that. I mean, what you can't write a story much better, you know, much better than that. And how Graham McDowell got in, you know, last minute.
Yeah, good
with
point.
Some great
I forgot about
play.
that.
You know, all those things that happened last year. This year, Royal St. George's, it returns there. This rotation is great. I'm glad they added Portrush, though. I really am. I think that's a great addition, and it's going to stand the test of time. I mean, it's a amalgamated course, if you will, where you bar some holes from the other. But again, it is one of those classic venues. So the rotation got an upgrade last year.
Is there somebody whose game that you think of when it comes to Royal Troon that might actually maybe break through for their first major the way Henrik Stenson did? Maybe that be Tommy Fleetwood or somebody else on that side of the pond.
Fleetwood may get one before then.
You think so?
You never know. I mean, but yeah, I mean, look, it all depends on that kind of golf. Open golf is about the weather more than anything else. And if, you know, and what I love that the RNA does, that the USGA needs to learn something from, excuse me. But
this is real raw talk with Trip and Chantel.
Yes, it is. But no, what they don't mess with it. If it's dry, it's going to be firm and fast. If it's wet, it's going to be long. If the wind blows, it's going to be hard. If the wind doesn't, you know what? They're going to make birdies. Okay, not a problem. And that's what the links style golf, that's what the style of golf that they do over there. There's nothing contrived, and it's why year after year we get a great Open champion. The champion golfer of the year is the most deserving guy at the end of the year or end of the week holding that coveted claret jug, because that, I mean, the green jacket is the green jacket, okay? But I think the second best trophy in golf is the claret jug.
I think it would be hard to argue that. But this course has now seen, or will see, this major being played for the 10th occasion.
Yeah.
Is there some course that you feel maybe needs to get more love because there's other courses that are used in the rotation a lot more?
No, I think Portrush is one that got back in it. And to me, that is a great, because, I mean, look at the fans there. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It was
special.
And it's so pretty. I mean, just those views along the banks there with the ocean or the sea right there. It just, I don't know. It to me, that one is the one that I'm obviously, because I've stated it, so excited to have back. But if there's a favorite one in the rotation, I got to go with St. Andrews. I mean, just because it is the home of golf.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's the standard. It's the one. And, you know, when they go back there, like Zach Johnson, how he won that one last time, in that playoff, and how Jordan Spieth was going for 3 in a row. I mean, all those storylines that were there back when Zach won. And it's hard to believe that's Zach's last win, was that Open Championship. Yeah, in 2015.
It's a little freaky, but that's what happens with this crazy game.
It does.
Jordan Spieth, another guy who hasn't seen the winner's circle since his most recent major championship win. All right, well, that's Trip. I'm Chantel. We'll see you in upcoming YouTube segments.